This January 2022, I would be working in cloud for 7 years. I was lost and confused when I started. Knowing what I know now, if I can go back and restart my cloud journey, I would be doing these 5 steps to go from cloud 0 to hero. Step number 1, picking the best cloud. We all want to know what is the best cloud. We want to get the maximum bang for our buck. Unfortunately, this can lead to analysis paralysis. You overthink your starting point so much that you make zero progress. My suggestion is pick a cloud between AWS, GCP, and Azure. Pick the cloud that your company is adopting. It's always easier to switch project within your company and get valuable hands-on experience than to learn a new cloud, interview, and get a new job. If that's not a possibility, pick the cloud that you can learn with a friend. Search in LinkedIn Jobs which cloud has the maximum number of jobs in your area. Obviously, you are thinking, which cloud gives the most salary? Check out Glassdoor and levels.fyi for salary in different companies for different positions. But take those numbers with a grain of salt. All those numbers are like Rotten Tomatoes movie ratings. Biased, incomplete, and sometimes misleading. Step number 2, start small. Don't set a goal too big. If you set yourself an unrealistic goal, you will be frustrated and quit. Start small. Start with studying only 15 minutes in the beginning, then make that into a habit and then increase the study time. Where do you start? You start with the basics of compute, storage, and networking. For example, with AWS, study the free Cloud Practitioner course. With GCP and Azure, study the basics course provided by them. These courses are all provided free from each of these clouds. I will give you the link in the description. When it comes to doing the hands-on, all the clouds have free tier. Utilize those. If something costs a couple dollars to experiment, don't get afraid. Set alarms for your monthly cloud bill and then go ahead. Buy a smaller bottle of that expensive whiskey this month and spend that money to learn cloud. Step number 3, dive deep on certain areas. By this time, you would know what do you like. Network, security, DevOps, sysadmin, etc. Again, if you are someone who is solely basing the decision based on the money, check out Glassdoor and levels.fyi. Do not pick multiple areas, you will get overwhelmed and give up. If you are wondering which specific skills you need to know for all these separate paths, check out this video where I go over the skills you need for different cloud jobs. Step number 4, start building your body of work. Start building small cloud projects. You don't need to think of an original idea. Pick a project that already exists and start building on it. You don't need to create the next Instagram or Amazon on cloud. For example, there are a bunch of public APIs out there for random news, cat facts, dog facts, crypto price, etc. And every application uses an API. Pick an API, call the API from your code. If you learn serverless, run the code on serverless. If you learn Kubernetes, run it from container. If not, just run from EC2. You can even search hands-on tutorials on AWS published by AWS with step-by-step instructions and then tweak those. Another great project is 3-tier architecture. The CloudFormation is already available, so grab it, change the EC2s to run on Spot instance, and show how you cost optimized it. Keep building on it. Maybe deploy using DevOps. Once that part is done, integrate unit testing. Save all your work on GitHub. Create a README file that shows what that project does, what you learned, and how can other people run it. This is a perfect time to talk about the video sponsor, myself, powered by your like and subscribe. If you are looking to learn Kubernetes, serverless, system design, Git and GitHub, CDK, CloudFormation, DevOps, check out my highest rated and best-selling courses in Udemy. I'll give the discounted link in the description. All my courses come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you are not happy with the content, You get your money back, no questions asked. This is an excellent way to support me and the channel. Alright, enough peddling my shit, on to the next point. Step number 5, market yourself. At the end of the day, we are just social animals who likes to sit by the fire and talk about their stories and connect with other people. We prefer to hang out and work with people that we connect with. Start sharing your story and body of work in LinkedIn and Twitter. Post cringy motivational post. If you think for hours and come up with a brilliant tech tip that no one knew, no one gives a shit. Post obvious stuff. Add people. Follow people. Like and comment on their post. Message people. Join Facebook and LinkedIn groups. Post LinkedIn articles. Post Medium articles. Link Medium articles from your LinkedIn. Message recruiters. Apply for jobs regardless of the requirements. Every rejection will make you better at answering interview questions. Write down the questions you struggle with. Go to cloud meetups. Go to conferences. Before going to conferences, post in Twitter saying how excited you are and try to make contacts, and then get into meetups in the conferences. Drink free booze and make priceless connections. Utilize your alumni network. Find out who from your school are in cloud jobs. Rebuild connection with them. If you get a cert, join that cert group. All these connections not only create more opportunities for you, but you also get a sense of the technology trends and you know which areas are going to be hot in coming months. How long would it take for you to get a cloud job? How long did it take for you to learn riding bicycle? How long did it take for you to learn swimming? How long did it take for you to get better at geometry? Depends on how much time you can spend. If you stop binge watching Squid Game and study a little bit more, you can get that job a little faster. Learn a subject, practice hands-on, practice interview answers, and repeat. And before you know it, you will have an amazing cloud job.